Hey, how you guys doing, man? It's Joe D, and welcome to Friday Share Beer for what is this? August 18th, 2017. And welcome, man, to another Share Beer. Mark's with us. He'll be back here in a second, but I have to apologize for last Friday. I had put out that short little video. I didn't want to. I know before that I had to cancel the show and really nobody knew what was happening. So I put out that little video clip to let you know that I was at least, I was ill. I wasn't sick. Sick. I was like sick. You know what I'm saying? Ill. So I was suffering from a little food poisoning. Well, a lot of food poisoning. I was hurting bad. So I just wanted to, let you guys know what was happening. I just immediately after that video, I just went right to bed and heck, it's a week later and I'm still kind of digestive system is still a little, not quite full steam ahead. But hey, we're here. We're gonna have some beers, and it's all good. So how's it going, Mark? How you doing, brother?
Excellent. Not bad for a Friday. Working away, but time to take a break and have a beer.
Yeah, have a beer and relax a little bit, and then
get a little motivated for the afternoon. Get a beer, and you can just start going.
So let me share the screen really. I'm going to start out with sharing the screen really quick. I put more shows in here, so we're up to 13 events, as you can see here. So,
okay, cool. Yeah.
People can mark those. Send alerts to yourself and get those all in there. I wish I could change these thumbnails somehow. Maybe later on I'll figure out how to do that.
I think you can upload a different thumbnail for each episode. I think. I haven't tried that yet, though. Otherwise, it defaults to whatever you upload for the.
It puts the default image that I have on my what do you call those darn pictures at the top of your home screen there?
Is the profile picture or whatever. Yeah.
The one main picture that you put on top of your profile, your home screen or whatever, but that's the picture it always defaults to. So, also I wanted to show. Let me see. Let me see here. How do I get to it? Boy, this ain't real good for me, is it? I finally started a Facebook page.
Oh yeah, you said you'd done that. Yeah.
Let me figure out how to get there again.
I think I had yours.
Oh, here it is. Okay, so here's the let me share the screen here. So here's I wanted to announce it. I meant to announce it Tuesday and I forgot. So here's the Facebook page. So you can get there. It's Joe D Reviews at Joe D Reviews on Facebook. So you can get there that way. I'll put, just everybody let me know what I need to put in here and I'll start putting stuff in there. So that is that. So we're officially on Facebook. So for everybody that's been dying to get on there, there we are. So you can, I don't know, what did they do? Like it, right? You can like it,
which everybody should do. I've already done that.
So you can that and get on there and that's all good. I guess I could put we could put photos and all sorts of stuff on there. As soon as I see yourself and a few others, I guess I could give you guys different levels of moderation. And, that way I have some help with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one kind of nice thing. I wish that YouTube was a little more friendly that way as well. Because I would definitely, on those days that I couldn't make something, maybe you could, and you could host it. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be kind of cool if YouTube would.
Be able to like have it different administrators or something like that.
Yeah, different levels too, and in that way, you know, maybe one day I could have Neri host it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so it'd be kind of cool, I think, if every once in a while there was a guest host. You know, say, hey, I'm off on these days, and you know, ask someone else if they can fill in, and maybe they fill in on hosting duties, and see what it's like to sit in the chair, as it will, you know. So
the seat of power.
The seat of power. Damn it. So Neri says he can't join, which is very unfortunate. But that's okay, my friend. You know,
we won't hold it against you for too long.
Yeah, well, you know, at least the first 30 minutes, and then then after that, we'll kind of gradually let go of it a little bit. But so yeah, I know a lot of people were dying for me to get on Facebook, and I finally did that a few weeks back, I think, but I'm just now getting around to
yeah, I mean, it's like it or not, I mean, I guess to a certain extent, I mean, so many people use Facebook, and for the type of stuff you're doing, you know, with the beer and that type, I mean, it's a good place. I mean, it's a good place just to have a presence, you know. And if you just limit it to that, then you can just check into your page every couple of days or whatever, and just manage stuff through there. And
so it is kind of cool because they do have a shop, and they have some other things, so we could set up the events on here as well. They have a, I guess, a calendar maybe, and just different stuff. So whatever people need, or you know, I can also you know, post messages on here, so you know, people can hopefully we can. I need to make it a habit for myself too, to get used to using it. So you know, at least now we'll have a place where hopefully a lot of people go, and we'll all get used to using the Facebook. So what's your do you have a warm-up beer, or are you going right into the big stuff?
As I was saying before in the pre-show, I guess I went to the beer store today, you know, to get some beer, and I went, you know, I was like standing in front of the wall of coolers, you know, looking at beers to see what's any new, and a guy comes up and he goes, "Hey, can I help you find anything?" I'm like, "Well, no, I think I'm at the beer section. I think I'm pretty good." And he goes, "Oh, you know, if you're interested, I'm with a brewery, and we're doing a promo." I'm like, "Oh, okay, what brewery are you with?" He goes, "I'm with Anheuser-Busch." But, you know, I said, "Oh, okay." So I walked over, and you know, they're buying up breweries and that type of stuff. Boy, you guys are sure buying up a lot of breweries. He says, "Oh, you know, if we can't make it, we can buy them." You know, so so he says, "Anyway, I've got this deal going where if you buy a 6-pack of one of 5 or 6 different beers he had there, he says, I'll buy the other one. I'll buy another one for you."
Whoa.
And I'm like, "Okay, well, let's see what you got."
yeah, right. That's a lot more interesting. Yeah.
So they were promoting like some of the Goose Island stuff, you know, the basic stuff. But then they had this brewery, Golden Road, which is, I guess, originally out of LA area, Southern California.
Yeah. I've seen that Golden Road. Yeah.
And I said, "I haven't seen that one before." He goes, "Yeah, they were in LA, and we purchased them last year, and so now they're, you know, it's the whole thing we talk about, that you get access to the distribution. So now it's being distributed here."
Right.
And so I got 2 different ones. I got a session IPA, and I got this one, but this is kind of interesting. This is their Tart Mango Cart. He says it's kind of like it's like a twist on like a Berliner Weiss, a really low ABV beer. This is 3.2%. So it's a super low ABV, but it's a mango wheat ale, they call it. Yeah. So I bought this for $8.99, and then he bought a 6-pack of the of their session IPA, the same price. So I got 2 6-packs for $9. I'm like, hey. Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Yeah. So he went up to the store, and he ran his little corporate card through, and I got my, you know, which I didn't know they were allowed to do in Georgia, but you know, that's fine. He put it on his expense card, and Hey, Tom.
How you guys doing?
Hey,
Good.
brother.
So yeah, I picked up these. I got 2 6-packs. I just put this one in the freezer real quick. It was cold. I just put it in the freezer, so it's.
I almost don't give a rip. If you were handing out Bud Light, I would still
Yeah,
buy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, I hadn't had that brewery before. It looks interesting. It's a great.
yeah,
Looks like a really good summer beer. So
that'd be one way for you to get a Bud Light if that's what their promotion was. I'm like, okay, screw it. I'll buy a 6-pack of this.
yeah,
If you're gonna throw in free beer, all of a sudden Bud Light gets a lot more interesting. You know.
Yeah. So this is. Oh, I can already smell the mango on this. I think.
This is
Oh yeah. It's a nice color. It's got, nice super white, kind of fluffy head. Yeah, soap bubble. Not a real tight, tight head, but I mean that's not bad. It's kind of hazy, golden color, and I smell a lot of mango. I mean, this is mango forward for sure.
Does it smell artificial? Is it?
No, it smells. My first impression was, it smells like mango juice. Like you can go to like the markets and get like mango juice in cans.
Yeah.
I've done that a few times, and it's not bad. And this smells exactly like that.
So I'm dying to see what's in
interesting.
this beer.
So the aroma is full on mango. That's all you get. I don't get any of the wheat, the wheat beer type stuff, the little tart or the banana or the type of thing you get with wheat beer. But the flavor, you get a little bit of mango, but then the wheat comes out. So you get a little bit of that tart kind of funkiness type of thing. And that must be why they call it mango cart. Yeah, it's a mango up front and that little slightly tart wheat at the back. That's
about all I can find on it too. Let me see what Total Wine says.
And I have to take a picture of this. So it's not a bad beer. I'm probably gonna give it like 3.5. I mean it's definitely drinkable. It's low ABV, 3.2%. Well, a lot of Berliner Weisses are under 4% anyway. They're between 3 and 4% a lot of times.
Sure.
So, I mean, it's true to style from that end.
It's real low ABV. Wow.
Yeah. So, this is definitely one. This is like the businessman's lunch beer. You can drink like a 6-pack of this and still go back to work.
Oh, you definitely could. Yeah, that's a 3-2 beer.
Yeah. No, this is, and it's not bad. I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars, or 3.5 on Untapped, if it'll cooperate with me.
Let's see.
Yeah, but yeah, it was kind of I was like, well, okay, I get basically get a 12-pack of beer for $8.
Right. No, it's not a little hard to get information on it, but and it's the same information. It's weird too, because on their website, that's the only one you can't click on.
Oh, I wonder if it's a brand new one, maybe. Yeah,
it may be. The other beers you can click on, but that's the only one you can't. So, which I would imagine from the website would be the most information you could get. Let's take a look at that, man. Let's see. Untapped here is where you're going to get so far the most information.
Yeah, 3.7.
So you got 7,800 ratings on here, 1,700 in the last 30 days. A 3.7 bottle caps. That's pretty darn good, especially for a 3.2 beer.
It's a good flavor. It's a good mix. It's got that real nice mango aroma, and then the flavor is a good balance between the mango and the wheat.
So if you've ever been to, I like their description. If you've ever been to LA, there's a lot of fruit cart vendors. It's not uncommon to see them out there with the fresh fruit and selling stuff, and they'll put chili on it and all kinds of stuff. But a series inspired by the iconic fruit cart vendors of Los Angeles, a light, refreshing wheat ale with lots of fresh mango and a pleasant, slightly tart finish.
Hey, look at that. That's very I like it. I think it's a good solid beer.
Here's from my local Total Wine. Well, you know, you can see here I can get it in my area. $8.99 is what it would cost me a 6-pack.
It was no, they gave no. It was $8.99 too at the store. So,
okay.
Yeah, same price.
The same price.
For us here.
This is their website. Nice, clean website.
I've seen that session one, the Wolf Pup. Supposedly that's
I got a 6-pack of that. That's in the fridge, so it's not cold enough yet. I just took out 1 can of this and put it in the freezer. Oh, I got a badge for that. That's good. Anytime I can get a badge. Riding steady level 5. Right, go.
Yeah.
I think that's a new one for them. I think that's a new badge. That's a nice one.
I'm gonna crack mine open. Nothing special. Just Lagunitas sucks.
Okay.
If you can see.
Good one though. It's OG.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good. No smoke, dude. Not hardly. Look at that, dude.
You called the brewery and tell them there's no smoke.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell them Lagunitas sucks because you ain't got no smoke. You know, it poured a little smoke though. I noticed that, but I mean, you know, we got Neary watching, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Jesus.
So he wanted to know if it's mango flavored.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course, yeah. It's he's definitely getting the mango out of that one for sure.
Yeah, it's good. You get more mango on the nose than you do in the taste, but it's there. And you know what's interesting, because a lot of times when it's really forward like that, sometimes it just overpowers on the taste too. So they did a good job of getting the aroma, but then you know, balancing it out when you drink it.
Yeah, you know, we haven't had anybody with anything less than a 4% beer here in a long time. So
yeah.
A 3.2 beer is pretty much almost non-alcoholic, really.
Yeah, I mean it's like bare minimum. This is the kind of beer that you could drink all day. I mean, literally
all day. Yeah, if you drink that, matter of fact, if you gotta have one, you gotta have 6 beer, right there. That's the classic. If you gotta have one, you gotta have 6 beer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can, you know, if you're having the picnic, the whatever outside type of outing, you're at the beach.
Perfect.
I mean, that's perfect, right? It's a little sweet, right, Mark?
Yeah,
so
slightly sweet, but more tart. Yeah, kind of a good balance of tart and sweet. So it's really refreshing. I mean, it's not quite as cold as I would like it. I mean, it's chilled, but it's not as cold. And so I think it would be a little. I think you'd get more of the tartness on the if it was chilled a little more.
So what are you drinking, Tom?
All right, I'm drinking a beer that's near and dear to my heart.
Okay.
Treehouse Green.
Oh, Treehouse Green, huh?
Who's the brewer?
It's Treehouse.
Okay, yeah, duh. Duh.
I don't want to give anything away here, man, but yeah.
Hey, it's definitely one of my favorite beers of all time. It's like drinking a smoothie, to be honest.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the mouthfeel is just it's like cream. I would compare it to a Trillium.
Okay.
The mouthfeel.
Okay. So not really
it's very pineapple-y. Say pineapple, orange sorbet, tangerine. It's a very like upfront, juicy beer, which is freaking delicious.
Have you had any of that, Zach?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, that's a different one for me. I never heard of that one either.
Where's Treehouse out of? Are they a local brewery there, Tom?
No, they're an hour and a half from me. I took a hike yesterday. Went up there. They're more of like they're like a monkish brewing type thing.
Oh, okay.
They'll put out the beer and it'll be gone by the end of the day.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow. It's very popular. We'll take a look at the Untapped here on that beer, man. It is insanely popular. You've 108,000. Whoops. Let me click off of there. There we go. 108,132 ratings, man. 4,100 in the last 30 days, bro. That is a crazy beer. Look at that. 4.51.
Yeah. I guess people like it.
I guess people like it, man. You know what, man? Like Tom comes on here with a lot of impressive beers. A lot.
There's a lot of good beer in Massachusetts area. I think
for sure.
There's a lot of good stuff up there.
Are you finding that, Zach? Like, have you had a lot of northeastern beers?
You know, they haven't really made it this way.
Okay.
Maine is kicking ass. I mean,
Yeah, Maine's
Maine
awesome.
has a lot of good beer.
Yeah, I keep hearing a lot about Maine, and then we have our friend Jeff, right? He's always
You'll enjoy that section of GABF. I always like that section. It's not a section that's very crowded. But Maine Beer Company has some awesome stuff. And then there's I think the Android Theory or something is up there.
Okay.
They got Bissell Brothers. Then they got Allagash.
Yep, Allagash is the big name one.
Allagash is probably one of my favorites. I mean, if you can ever get it, their Broken Elevator is just ridiculous.
What, Allagash?
Yeah.
Never had that.
Broken Elevator.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
What is it? An IPA?
It's a sour.
A sour. Oh.
Yeah, Allagash is mostly sour beer.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Wow. Well, this one sounds pretty good, and it's made with Australian and American hops. Now, our other friend Zach, if he jumps in from Australia, you know, we can let him know about another beer that'll cost him $2.5 million a can.
Yeah.
7.5 ABV was the alcohol on that one, and 90 IBUs. Is that a pretty hoppy beer, or?
These beers, they're so weird. It's more juicy, to be honest, like a juicy bitter instead of that strong. It smacks you a little bit, but it's mostly juicy.
It's not.
Do it, but
it ain't got that big grassy, earthy punch to it.
No, it has. I mean, it has like a green taste to it. It's like it's really fresh, so it's like it almost tastes like it's too fresh.
Okay.
If I can meld it, if I would let it sit for like another 2-3 weeks and let it mellow out.
So it's got a more of a citrusy type of tang to it, huh?
Yeah, it has almost like a basil taste to it too.
Oh, really?
Okay, that's interesting.
After you drink it,
I had a basil IPA.
Oh, did you?
Really?
Yeah.
It
was interesting.
Mm-hmm. Now, I could see how that would be. How about beers with rosemary? Anybody done like rosemary? I think
one of my favorite beers. It doesn't get brewed anymore. He'll brew it on special request for me, but Strange Craft here in Denver used to do Zora, which was a rosemary pale ale.
That would be. I think that would be. I think that would be really good.
A little bit of agave to it. Zythos hop. It was a really nice pale ale.
Yeah, that would be a really good. That would be a really good pairing with. That'd be a great food beer there, I think.
Earth brought up something interesting. He said that if you ever looked up Untapped's top-rated beers, I mean, all their top-rated all-time, all countries beers, he said Green used to be a top player on that list. He said,
yeah.
And as I'm looking on there right now, you don't have to go. You go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6 is a Treehouse Brewing Company beer.
Which one's that one?
It's the King Julius.
Oh, that's supposed to be ridiculous.
As a matter of fact, the 5 and 6 are. You have the King Julius, and wait, there's a King Julius, and then I guess like, a King Julius.
It's like Judge Julius or something.
Yeah, like it's like Julius, and then because it has 3 J's, and then the other one's just the regular King Julius, and it has, just spelled normally, I guess, as you would. So that the top. They're 2 of the top 10 beers are from that brewery right here, so you can see.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty spoiled with Trillium and Treehouse. They're real close to
me. You got some good.
Spoiled.
Very good.
That's wow, and then look at this. Here's another one, very hazy from Treehouse.
Double
I'd
IPA.
share more at one point in time because.
Damn, and here's another one. Good morning. It's like they just took their whole beer list
On
and
Beer
put it.
Advocate, that's supposed to, I think that's #1 in the world in Beer Advocate. The Good Morning.
Oh, the Good Morning, is it? Yeah, that stout. Man, I'm
Supposed to
telling
be
you.
delicious.
Look at that. Here's another one. Very green. There it is.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. 4.6. 4.6. 4. Yeah.
Yeah, that brewery is
A decent amount of ratings. I mean, it's not like 4 guys checking in.
Pliny the Younger, of course. Yeah, look at that. And there's King Henry, Goose Island. Wow, there's Juice Machine. Look at that. Double Ganger. What is that? What is that? What is that implying there? Double Ganger.
Doppelganger to the limit. So is that a Doppelbock? Is that the style it is?
It's an Imperial Double.
Yeah, Imperial Double IPA. Oh, the IPA. Okay.
And then here's another
Julius.
Julius.
We're getting ready to brew our Doppelbock.
Oh, cool.
It's just about that season, right?
Yep. We call it Edna Doppelbock.
Edna. So is that going to be ready for GABF type thing?
So that one will take a while. And it's a big one.
I've never thought to go over their all-time list. That's a trip.
Yeah.
That's a good heads up.
Yeah, thanks, Red Earth. That's good. I've looked at it at one point. But it's been a long time.
It's crazy how many beers are out there that nobody knows about.
Oh yeah.
It's out on the West Coast that people are going crazy about, and you'll never get your hands on it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at the list right now, and the top 1, 2, 3, 4 beers are Goose Island. Those top beers are.
Anthony Bush is loving that one.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Look at that, but they're the older ones. So 2010, the 14, another 14, and the 13.
Those are so hard to get though.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
sell bottles online for like $100.
Yeah, it's all their stouts, and you're just not gonna. You can give it up, right? You're not gonna get a hold of those.
No.
So you basically get rid of those beers because those are beers that are already dated. So you could really start this list right here, and you could say Treehouse has the #1 beer, really, right? Because that's a new beer that you can get.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You at least have a chance at getting it, right?
To be honest, it's even me being an hour and a half away, it's still hard to get.
It's still going to be hard.
I'd imagine. Probably not.
You get there, and there's like 200 people in line.
I mean, look at Cigar Cities up here.
Hunapu.
I want to try that fundamental observation, though. That's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, Bottle Logic. Yeah, this is Perennial. Another stout, man. I would love that. Look at that, ancho chilies and cinnamon sticks, vanilla beans. Look at that. Here we go. Imperial stout, aged 12 months, and what is this? Rittenhouse rye barrels with cocoa nibs, vanilla beans, ancho chilies, and cinnamon sticks.
Jesus.
Oh,
that sounds. And look at that, 11.2.
Oh, it's still 60 IBUs.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you can tell
that just sounds
a huge bottle too.
Pair that puppy up with some barbecue. Oh,
dude. It's aged in 12 months, and then you take and age it another year at least, and God.
Jody's gonna have a stroke over there.
I wonder how much that is, man. I wonder if I can get that in my area. I need to look that up.
Where is Perennial? That's a good question.
I need to look that up. That needs to be.
A lot of these beers are like once a year or twice a year.
No results.
Yeah. Where's the brewery out of? I haven't heard of the brewery before, but
St. Louis, he says.
St. Louis. Oh, really? Oh, I might be going by St. Louis.
Are you? Yeah, I thought you said that was on your.
Yeah, it just depends what route home we want to take.
Yeah, look at that, St. Louis, Missouri microbrewery.
Oh, they do sours too.
Yeah.
Established in 2011. Wow, and they're already a small batch microbrewery located at there it is right there's their address
in St. Louis City.
and they made it on Share a Beer. I mean, come on, what else could they hope for? You know,
they better double their capacity.
Yeah, I mean that's it now. I mean you better start selling tickets now, Chief. You know,
Belgian styles, Imperial starts, Berliner Weiss. There we go. We're talking about barrel aged beers.
About 25 different beers a year. That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Earth says he tried to get some for 2 years now and just missed it last year.
I'm gonna take a look at that. We're gonna be doing a big circle on it. That might be interesting.
That was a cool heads up, man. I like that.
Yeah,
I've never really thought to just look at all their top, their top beers. You know who's probably got some of these beers is our friend Bobby, man. That dude, I mean, they just go all over the place grabbing beers and doing beer mails and beer trades, trying to make everyone happy. So that's they're constantly at it. I mean, if there's anybody that I would think would have something rare, it's got to be those guys, man. They just go all over him and his brother.
It's an expensive hobby.
I can't even imagine.
I spent like almost 80 to $90, almost $100 yesterday.
Yeah, it can be.
Damn, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. This is
Morning Delight. That's supposed to be delicious.
Yeah, it is. What is Toppling Goliath Brewing Company? Let's see. Iowa.
Decorah.
Where's Decorah? Where's that?
I don't know.
Decorah,
That's
Iowa.
probably just this little town outside of.
They do the Suda Sue, I think, too, right? It's supposed to be like one of a really high rated IPA, something like that.
Yeah. World renowned. Yeah, there's so many good breweries. I mean, it's just,
Three Floyds. There you go. Barrel age.
Yep. I think I'm gonna make a stop on Three Floyds. We're planning our trip. I was looking at it, and I think we're gonna arrange things so I can stop at Three Floyds on Thursday. Man,
we're gonna have to make a copy of this list or something somehow, Mark, and when we're at it's almost unfortunate too, right? Because when you're at big beer fest like that, you'll get to sample the beer, but it's almost like not really the best sample you can ever have, really.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like a 1 or 2 ounce sample. There is I was looking on Google Play because my brother was saying, there's an app, and there's this app called My GABF. It's put together by the Brewers Association. And right now it looks like the app only has the 2016 stuff, but I'm assuming it'll be updated for 2017 next month.
Are you guys going next month or this week?
Next month.
Yeah, next month.
It's October. Yeah.
That's gonna be killer.
Well, the month after next.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going it might as well be next month. It's the very first weekend in October. And so, I'll make sure to put that. I'm going to put that out there every single show. That very first weekend in October, me and Mark and others will be there in Denver. So even if you're not going to the GABF, you're going to go to Denver, hang out, man. Let's hang out, Let's have a few beers. Let's actually have a share of beer in person, man. Let's tape it and Zach, who was just in the show here a minute ago, will be at his brewery for sure on either Friday or Saturday. I'm not quite sure, depending on how Friday goes, I guess. No guarantees on Friday because Friday could be especially if I know I got transportation, I cannot be held responsible for if I know I ain't got to drive, man, I cannot be held responsible for that one. Could be one for the ages right there. We might have to lock up people's camera phones on that deal.
Yeah.
Just we might have to sign no disclosures, non-disclosures.
What happens at GABF stays at GABF.
Stays at GABF. Yeah, we could start documenting Saturday.
Yeah. So cool. So yeah, I just downloaded this this GABF app, and it's got 2006. It doesn't have the 2017 stuff, but it looks. You can search by breweries that are going to be there, beers, styles.
They usually have over 100 breweries, right? Something crazy.
Oh, you said 800?
800 breweries and like 3,800 beers.
No, you got to be shitting me.
Yeah. Oh. So, you know, we're only going for one session, and the session's like 4.5 hours. So, I mean, and there's going to be a ton of people there. So, I mean, I don't know. What are we going to get? We might get 15 or 20 different beers tasted. Yeah,
I think if you're doing, if you get that many beers tasted, see, my problem is I already know what's going to happen. I'm gonna like hit a few beers, you know what I'm saying? A few different breweries, sample a few, and then like I'm gonna hit it off with somebody, and next thing you know, I'll be hanging out there, you know, milking beers off of somebody's when I, cool. And then it's so crowded in those places. Yeah, her says keep the camera rolling.
Yeah.
He says he'll pay for all access pass.
Hey, there we go. We can pay for our trip, Joe.
Yeah, we could pay. Yeah, we might.
It's going to be like pay-per-view.
We might need to play this smart, Mark, and have a GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
Good idea.
Yeah, we could get a charter and everything, and make do the whole fly into there and everything, do the whole walk off the plane thing, and you know what I'm saying, and now we're dreaming, right? Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty cool. It looks like I opened up this app, and it looks like they have the breweries broken up in the convention hall by areas of the country, so you can go to the Great Lakes section, you can go to the Pacific, you can go to the mountain, so different areas of the convention center are broken off. So all the brewers from one particular part of the country are in different sections.
Yeah, we're going to have to, I would like to do that. I would like to hit the Northeast, because those are breweries. Like I would like to hit the Midwest and the Northeast, because those are just areas I'm never going to get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's the thing. So it looks like, I'm assuming they're going to update this for 2017. So we can plan around that and find brewers or whatever. And
yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, this is going to be great. Yeah, and then what I'm really GABF is one thing. That's going to be Friday, and that's one thing. And hopefully we don't get too bombed out of our gourds, and we could do a little hanging out somewhere Friday night, but. Just in case, Saturday is what I'm looking forward to just as much, because, Zach says he's always told us so much about this, Denver and what happens outside of the event. So I'm looking forward to, going to his brewery. Yeah, I think he said he might not be there, but even if he's not, man, I just, just so that we have hung out there and had a few beers and, that he makes, and, check out some of the other local things that are going on. You know what I'm saying? Just, but in any case, we will be there, man. So I hate to keep beating the dead horse, but I think it's dead. We'll find out.
I'm a little jealous.
So, but there's a lot of world beer news. A lot of
let's get into that.
A lot of awards that happened at the World beer news. Let's see, world. What was it? What do they call it? World Beer Cup. Is that what it is?
Beer Cup. Yeah.
So let me see. See if I can get the award winners right. Who are the King wants to know who the hotties are. Well, I mean, I don't know. There's, some behind me. I mean, that's what I do. I shoot models, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, I shoot models. If anyone looks at my Instagram, you're more than welcome to but I mostly shoot models, but I shoot those sunrises basically just to show people, man, you can shoot with any camera you have with you. And so I'm trying to go through the World Beer Cup site here. So let me show you just to see like the winners from this year, right? Award winners. Oh, this is 2016. No, we want to see this year's, right?
Yeah.
Because it just ended, didn't it? I mean, you would think it just ended. I mean, the way everyone's, talking about their awards they won at the World Beer deal.
Yeah, I would think. I thought it was in the fall. Well, I know GABF is, but I thought World Beer Cup was earlier in the fall. But
yeah,
maybe not.
Yeah. World Beer 2017. Here we go. Oh, yep. Look at this. Yep.
It is okay. It's after GABF.
After,
okay.
right after too. So
yeah.
Okay. Well, we're good. All right. Never mind. Yeah, no, I got a little let me see. Oh yeah, we talked about New Belgium, right? Did we talk about New Belgium?
No. What?
Yeah, they acquired the Magnolia Brewing.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, that was all the major beer news that I had, and we already talked about that on the Tuesday share beer. So yeah, that one we already covered. So are you having any more beers? My other beer is something else that I've also had. Local brewery, Huss Brewing here.
Okay.
And Huss Brewing's out of, where are they at? Chandler but they're right here in the Phoenix area. God, what is it? It's kind of driving me nuts. This is the one that I've had Huss before, but this particular one, Tempe. There it is, Tempe, Arizona.
Okay.
This coffee Kolsch is the one that Pat turned me on to. So,
okay.
And then I bought another 6-pack afterwards. I liked it so much. So pretty rare to get a light beer. This one I'm still drinking. That Lagunitas sucks, but pretty rare to get a light beer like that actually does taste like coffee. Especially.
Yeah, I remember you saying it had a pretty nice, a real authentic coffee flavor.
Right. Now, I do have a question for everybody here, and I wrote it down, so I'm looking through my little questions that I write down just in case. Okay, so let's say you're at a party, right? You're at a party. You're at I don't know, family members having a party at their house. You have a friend having a party at their house. You show up to the party, and how do you leave the party, right? I mean, how do you kind of do you like to go to a party if you're having, let's say it's a friend's party, right? And it's I don't know, engagement party, whatever kind of party it is. Do you like to show up kind of fashionably late? You know what I'm saying? Do you what kind of beers do you like to take? And do you like to leave early? Do you kind of, when you exit said party, do you kind of sneak out, or do you make sure to say bye to everybody, or how does that go, man?
I try to get there after the party started, but not too far after. I don't want to be the first one there.
Yeah, right.
And then I usually will bring beer that either one I like and I hope other people will like.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be bringing beer, I want beer that at least I'm going to drink.
Exactly, right. Yeah, that's kind of the point for me.
But and I also, I'm not going to go too extreme. It all depends on who's going to be there. But Jenny wants something that's going to be good, but maybe other people will try and like. And then when I leave, I get out a little early and I just basically stand up and go, attention, everybody. Stop what you're doing.
Bouncing.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. You guys, you guys do whatever, but I'm out of here now.
Yeah.
No,
because
I try to leave before the end. I don't want to be the guy hanging around at the. It depends on the party. If the beer's really good, if it's a good party, then there's usually an after party.
It always involves the beer, right?
So, kick everybody else out and then have the after party.
Yeah, but what about you, Tom? I like to show up. You don't want to be there first guy there, right? I guess if you're in a best friend situation, you might be a little obligated to show up a little early,
Yeah, if it's my best friend, I'd probably get there early because you know him so well.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you're still doing the old, holding the beer awkward thing, like, okay, we're ready. Yeah, you got ice? Yep, there's ice.
Okay.
Yep.
You're still cleaning up? Don't. We're fine. I'll just be out here.
Napkins. How's the grill going? Yeah. How about them Lakers? Yeah, Lakers. Yeah.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying, right?
Early and you're helping, it's a little different because you're doing something and it's not really awkward. It's just you're along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a hard question because it matters who it is. If it's someone I don't know, I wait till the party is already happening to get there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I can walk into it. Instead of being the first person there, like you're saying.
Yeah, let's say you're going to your significant other's best friend's party, right? Now that one's a definite. Now that's a tough one, right? Because now you're talking significant other's best friend. So you're like, oh, honey, I don't want to go early. You know what I'm saying? Why do we have to go early? You know what I'm saying? You're doing the whole George Costanza thing, like, come on, why do we have to go early? You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get out of taking something. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
And she's like, well, I want to go early and help my friend set up and get ready.
You're like, no. Okay, can we go separate cars? Now, can you go separate cars? Is that a separate car situation? So you can kind of, bounce a little early. You're like, look, I know you're going to want to stay with Trish for a while. You're going to want to hang out. Why don't you guys hang out? I'll let you guys hang out. And I'll just stay out of the way, right? I'll leave a little early. You know what I'm saying? And you girls can do your thing, right?
Joe D's negotiating over here. Jesus.
Right? I mean, what do you do in those? You tell me, Tom. Tell me what's the etiquette, man.
That's a hard one. You take the
right? I mean, I think that's a valid way to approach it. Especially if you've been with got a good relationship. You don't want to interfere. Just let them get on. Have fun.
Yeah.
We'll just leave early, come back, and watch NASCAR or something. I'll just stay out of the way. It's a matter of, I mean, why should I even? Okay, look, I'll go, but just for a little bit. Mm-hmm.
But then I feel like you want her. She wants you by your side, and then if you say take a separate car, that might become a problem almost. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah. No. See, now it also depends on Tom back east. There's a lot of like I got a lot of Italian. I'm part Italian, so you go to an Italian party, you ain't getting out of there, Chief. You got to pre-plan leaving these things, right?
Yeah.
Like you go to an Italian party, it's forget about it, right? I mean, if it's 8:00. Right, and you want to leave by 10, start leaving now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting out of there, right? It's not happening, right?
It's like a Cape Verdean party. They'll party till 5:00.
You got to say bye to everybody, right? You can't just
you got to say bye twice.
Yeah, then you got
to initial bye, and then we're really leaving bye.
Oh, have another drink. One more drink, you know what I'm saying? One more cannoli, whatever, right? You got to have, one more of everything, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you got to say bye to so-and-so. Oh, let me tell you about my surgery, right? Like you got, right? Like you ain't getting out of there, right? You know, so that's kind of the reason why you just kind of like you just kind of bounce. You know, that's kind of my thing. You just kind of like.
What do they call that? Like the Irish, like something.
Yeah, the Irish goodbye, I think.
Yeah, you just walk out.
Yeah, you just kind of bounce, and then what you do is you tell like one person you were bouncing, right? And then you can blame it on that cat when everyone says, "Hey, man, where'd you go?" Hey, I told Jimmy. Didn't Jimmy? I told Jimmy to tell everybody I was leaving. You didn't talk to Jimmy, you know?
Yep.
You put it off on that guy, right? You know what I'm saying? What do you do now? Zach is the authority on this stuff because he actually runs, you know, a brew pub, for Christ's sake. So what's the etiquette here? Tell us, man.
For what? Saying goodbye?
Yeah, for saying, you know, at a party, you're at a party. Do you show up fashionably late? Is that okay? You know, if it's the wife's best friend or something, what's the etiquette on that? Can you leave early? Can you take two separate vehicles?
It depends, I think, on the company you're with. Like, if it's a professional thing, I'm always like super early to it. If it's kind of like a party, like I like to show up like 30 minutes late.
Yeah, after the party's going a little bit. Yeah.
Right.
Well, events, like you show up at an event and it's like, because nobody's ever ready when it's supposed to be. And you're just like, oh man, yeah. Now you want me to help you like set up tables and do tablecloths and then like I'm one of those that like I'll slide out without anybody noticing.
Now, what do you do? Like Neri says, he says, I don't leave, I stay over. Neri just hangs out. Now what do you do?
Neri says, if you invite me to the party, you're gonna be fixing me breakfast in the morning.
I'm totally comfortable here, man. Like we're good, right? I'm at said party. You've got alcohol. I'm here, baby. That's it. I'm moving in, right? Yeah. Neri goes the other way.
Jesus.
What does Earth say? Because they were friends before you two were together, so the history is there. Equals awkward. Yeah. So now, what happens if you ever been at a party you really don't want to go to? I don't know. Friend of your wife or girlfriend or whatever the case may be's best friend's friend or something like that, and you end up finding yourself having a good time. You really didn't. I mean, you fought going the whole time. You're like, I don't want to go to this thing. I don't know. You got in a fight. You got in 2 fights. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, oh, the first fight ain't good enough. So you get in another fight. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yeah, that got me out of it, right? No, you didn't get out of it. You're committed to this thing. You have to go. You find yourself like you hooked up with somebody there and you're like, this dude was all right, man. You end up having a decent time. You find yourself a little too effed up. What happens in that situation, right? You ever been in that situation where you're like, oh, man, I jacked. Wow. And then you end up like making a fool of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Anybody ever passed out at said party like that?
And then you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody here. I knew Bob, but Bob's gone.
Yeah, where's Bob?
Yeah. Everybody's looking for Bob, right? They're like, where's Bob? You're looking for Bob. Where's Bob? You know what I'm saying? Everyone's looking for Bob for a different reason, right? Yeah. Oh, man. Don't be that guy. What is it? Ishmael says, don't be that guy. Shows up at 5:55. Then the party ends at 6. And stay for 4 hours.
Yeah. I just got here. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Family like that. They'll be like, you'll put like a 12 o'clock start time or 2 o'clock start time, and they'll get there at 5 o'clock in the afternoon to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like, what the hell? We already ate.
Yeah, I've done that, man. You know, I don't know a soul in there. I barely know the host, and then I ended up having a little bit too good of a time. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm the one that passed out. Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then everyone's taking care of this guy, and they're like, "Who is this guy?" You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it was like, "I don't know who this guy is." You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And the most fun though.
Yeah, I had a great time. Like, I don't know what's up with you guys, right? Yeah. Yeah, what does he say? Ruben says Hess coffee culture was amazing last time I had it. It was like hazelnut. Yeah, it's damn good. It's really good. It's Huss brewing, but yeah, it's really good. I don't know, maybe Hess is another one, but
I was gonna say I didn't know the gas station brewed beer.
oh, is that a gas station? Hess?
It was a gas station, and then they got bought out by Speedway.
I think I've seen the signs. Yeah.
Speedway, right?
Yeah, was it like white with red lettering?
It was like all white, and then it had like a green stripe, and it was green, Hessen green.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I thought I remember. Yeah, so I remember the white part. I just didn't get the rest of it there. Yeah, so I thought that was an interesting question there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one that's definitely beer related, and you might be heading into some of that with you know, weddings and all kinds of different little things happening right now. Maybe birthday parties that you end up getting stuck going to or something, and it's like
the right question is, what's the, not an excuse, but what's the best way to get out of it?
Yeah, Mark, you got any? Mark's been hitched the longest here, so what's the way to get out of that?
I got to work, honey. Sorry, I got to
work. Blame it on work, right? Now, in Mark's case, you know, that's another tough one, right? You're like, you know what? The boss is just really on my back right now.
Yeah, man, he's just busting my balls. I can't do anything. I just got to work.
You know, they made this new company policy.
Yeah. I didn't put it in my request 6 weeks early. I just can't. I can't do it.
Yeah. My time off didn't get approved, and oh my God, he's just
really
on me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to file harassment on this guy. He's just really on me. Yeah.
Trust me, this will be the last time this happens. I'm going to go in there next week and I'm going to tell him I quit.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Take this job and shove it, man.
Yeah, take this job and I can't take this anymore, man. This guy's awful. What do you think, Tom? What's the best way to get out of that?
I mean, you could say you're sick, you're not feeling well.
Now let's set another parameter. Now, where are we at? Are we married, or are we just dating? Have we been dating for a while? What's the situation?
Maybe dating for a while.
Okay.
Not knowing you're gonna get hitched, but maybe get hitched. You know
okay.
what I mean? Like one of those situations.
All right. Yeah.
The best thing to do is maybe eat first. And then maybe the food bothered your stomach a little bit. Eat first, because if you don't eat, you know what I mean? I feel like they would think you're lying.
Does it matter if your partner got out of the last party that you tried to go to? So
see, then you got leverage.
Right.
Then that's an easy one. That's an easy out.
Yeah, right. Because now you're like, hey, you could almost not even fake it at that point, right? You could just be like, you know what, hey, dude, you did it the last time. I'm out. Right?
Jesus. If there's any woman watching this, you must be like, oh my God.
They did the same thing.
My mother's watching this.
They do the same thing. Yeah. You do end up having to kind of keep like a mental, like a debit and credit ledger, you know. It's like, well, I bailed on here and she bailed here, or neither of us went here, so we should go to this one no matter what, you know. Kind of like
order.
Yeah. It's like, well, they are good friends. We bailed on their last party, so maybe we should go this time. Or they're not really that good. Nah, we can bail, and nobody will know the difference.
I think you're the most stuck going to a second date situation party, right?
Oh,
you hit it off really good on that first date, and they're like, you know what? We're having a barbecue at my brother's. You should come. And you're like,
That's not happening.
okay, all right. And then
Yeah.
you get there and you're just like, whoa, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
But
there's
you
just
went because you didn't want to blow the potential relationship. So you weren't dating long enough to know whether it was good or bad.
right.
And you didn't have enough history to be able to, toss in your chip and get yelled at for a little bit, but not lose the whole relationship, so you
Right.
can, second date. Yeah, that's probably.
You don't want to get invited to a party in the second date, man. That's the second date's like just you and her just hanging out, talking.
You and her and her brother at the barbecue. That's bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a really, because you really hit it off that first date. Like, you really hit it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really a first date, but you already kind of had been talking before that, and then you decided to go on like an official date. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of had an idea about each other in the first place. You hit it off. So you're going to like brother's house for a barbecue, or, her girlfriend's house for a barbecue or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, oh man, this is the worst thing ever. You know what I'm saying?
Deal.
You got to take one for the team.
Yeah.
The big deal.
Yeah, because she's hot. You're like, oh, I'm lucky to even be in the same universe with this one, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm lucky to even be a candidate. Right? Like, I am not checking this. Oh, the worst is you end up at best friends. You end up at best friends 5-year-old Jeffrey's birthday party, right? Like, that's just like, shoot me, right? Like, you're like, oh no.
Well, you introduced. This is my friend.
Huh?
This is my friend.
Yeah, and then it's the introduction, right? Like, how does that go, Tom?
I don't know, man. You tell me. I've never been in a second date birthday. Have you been to has this actually happened to you?
No.
No.
Are you kidding? No.
I don't know. You never know.
Yeah, no, it has not happened to me. But I could just imagine. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, that'd be a tough situation. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, right?
Be a friend.
Yeah, well, that's when you just got to weigh the the pros and the cons. You got to decide: is it worth to go to the party and be miserable in exchange for the long-term gain, short-term pain for long-term gain? That's the.
Do you just say you have the measles? You can't go.
The measles.
The measles.
No, you know what? I've been in.
I think I'm getting a chicken pox. I don't want to be around all those 5-year-olds, man.
Yeah.
See, of course, now, when I was married, I would get invited to those 5-year-old parties because I'd be like the life of the party. I'd be the one playing with all the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Joe. The kids need somebody to play with.
Exactly. That's why I get invited. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, we want Joe to come. I'm like, yay! Will there be cotton candy?
Yeah.
Jesus.
How about a bouncy house?
I want a balloon.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Yay! You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's often the situation that would happen with me. I'd almost have a better time at the kids' party than I would with the adults. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this sucks. You know what I'm saying? Give me a bouncy, man. Where's the jumper? Oh man, yeah. Okay, guys, we'll close this one out, man. Thanks, man. That was a lot of fun. And there he says, "Never tell that you're married."
Yeah,
that's horrible.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that was fun. Okay, guys, we'll see you, man.
Good weekend. Feel better, Joe.
Yeah. Hopefully everything agrees today. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that goes. All right, Tom. We'll see you, man. Peace out.
Tom. Take care. Bye.